My name is Jawad Ali Shah, and I'm the founder and CEO of Heirloom. I've done my business education from Lahore University of Management Sciences. For the past 15 years, I've worked in different careers, corporate career. I've been working with retail stores in the role of retail management and supply chain management. So during my corporate career, there's always this pent-up desire to work on something of my own. Because all the jobs I did, there was a lot of entrepreneurial flavor to it. So I took the plunge with the hope that I have to do it now rather than later. And this actually led to the formation of this startup. Aesthetics, color, design, these have always inspired me. And when I traveled internationally and you go to different stores like Zara or other Pottery Barn or other retail stores, I always looked at the products which they had. And they were very, very basic or functional products, especially in the home area category. And I always thought that what are the impediments or limitations that we cannot produce in Pakistan. So when the opportunity arose, I thought, this is a big opportunity to see, so let's go ahead with it. And we formed this startup whereby we are celebrating our handcrafted products, traditional products, but with a modern design. So Heirloom is a multi-category brand, and we primarily deal in the handcrafted products, which are sustainable, which are environment friendly. So we have started with the homeware category so far, but we plan to just take over other categories of apparel, home furnishings, and other ones later on. And the challenge is when you're dealing with the handcraft industry, that is a pretty disorganized, unorganized sector. So in our case, because we have to deal with artisans and actually ask them to produce designs which they have never done before. So this is quite a challenge to deal with the coaching and training them to just move from the traditional techniques, from the traditional designs to the modern designs. Other thing is that the supply chain management is very, very tricky, because the thing is that when you have to really have balance the trade-off between inventory and cash flow, you really run into challenges and issues. NICL or any incubation center for that matter, I think it plays a very important role in hand-holding. So for instance, in our case, we had been doing this business venture for about a couple of years, and we had reached to that stage where we really wanted to accelerate, to go to a next level. And I think amidst this time, NICL came in, and our ability to refine and redefine our business model really helped us to take the things forward. When you start off with a passion project, the project which always you wanted to do, I think the ride is very joyful, and this has been our case. There have been challenges, there have been opportunities too, and that opportunity came in the form of NICL. I think at that time when we got inducted, so this was the time when we were also looking for idea validation. We just wanted the other set of eyes to look at our business and question the validity, question the commerciality and scalability. So this is I think the result, and this is the biggest advantage we have gotten out of NICL. Our greatest achievement so far, I would say that when we were able to bail out one artisanal community right in the middle of the COVID. So there was this random phone call from one of their friends, and the idea was that there are artisans and the interiors, and they're sitting with inventory which somebody had ordered and never picked it up. So we thought that, okay, fine, we can sort of take up that project, that project and the product, and try to induct into our distribution channels, which we did. And not only we just bailed out, but that product then became the best seller for our category. Yeah, I think a couple of things which really helped us is that when you start off on the bigger things, you can't really get it done. So just take small steps, take one bite at a time, and then just move forward to just take a bigger project. And the other thing is, which is very, very important, you can't do everything. So you have to say no to few of the possibly glittering opportunities and let them go, because you really have to focus on what really works at the moment. Yeah, keys, I think in my case or whatever I have observed is, one, you have to have a curiosity for the project, for either you're solving a problem or the opportunity you're seizing. You have to have a curiosity to just go deep down into it. then you have to have the ability to have a structured experimentation. Don't sit on it. Just experiment with different things. Then the ability to pivot. If something does not work, you should have the ability to pivot and find other avenues. Dealing with failures. At times, and most of the time it does happen that you just fall flat, but you really have to pick yourself up. And lastly, I would say having a financial discipline. What goes in, what goes out, you really have to have a stock of it. Okay, so we are a pretty lean team. So we started off as a husband and wife duo. And then we have a couple of other people who are assisting us in our project. So being lean means that we are really, really into it all together in terms starting from product development, product creation, designing, colors, supply chain management, everything. In terms of finances, I think, again, having a financial discipline, we are really taking a stock of what flows in, what flows out. And just making sure that personal, professional finances do not really mix up into each other. So that is one advice which I think really helped us in going forward. Yeah, so when you have started a company, I think you are new. Whatever, either you're solving a problem or you are seizing an opportunity, nobody knows you. So you have to build a PR, you have to build a network of people. Those people who can actually introduce you to other people. I think networking is a very, very important skill to market yourself, to market your product. And another thing which I would say is that seek feedback, a candid feedback from the people, from your friends and family, the products, or in terms of service, whatever you are offering, you have to have people trying it out and give you a very, very candid feedback, because feedback is something which really defines your product. Incubation centers are very important in the sense that, especially when you're a student or even if you are starting off a company, then you are new into it and you are just going into a lot of things all at once. Incubation centers provide that kind of ground where you can brainstorm ideas, where you have expertise available, who you can talk to in terms of legal, in terms of market, how to do sales, how to do pitch, how to raise funding. So I think when you say that it actually requires a village to raise a child, you really need that village, and incubation centers come in that form of that village. Well, entrepreneurship is all about either you are going to solve a big problem, or a problem at least, or you are seeing a big opportunity which nobody has touched upon, or opportunities or problem has been solved but nobody has done it better. And you really feel that grit and that gut and that passion about it. And that is about entrepreneurship, to be curious about things, to just go after your solutions, finding that how solutions can best address that problem. And I think freedom to creation, freedom to develop something of your own, that is having an independence either financially or independence of your own opinions, is my good metaphor for entrepreneurship. Well, incubation centers, I think the way they are operating, it is already there, but the thing is that they should be operative in the sense that they provide all the key ingredients for any startup to be successful or to let them kick off the ground. So if they are incubating startups or the micro businesses, then they have to have or be able to help them in terms of giving a basic structure to market them, to basic structure to how to make sales. Because the thing is that in any society, when the entrepreneurship starts from the students, I think it is where you are very good probably in product ideation or product development, but not really know how to sell that product. So that a few other skills which incubators can actually impart to the startups. Well, we are just starting off. We have not really scratched the surface. In next 5 years' time, we really want to be vertically integrated. We want to invest in our workplace and where actually our women artisans could come and work together in peace. We want to invest in research and development, in terms of design, in terms of material. So we really want to infuse different materials together and create products which are unique and more appealing to the masses of the millennials or modern consumers. So this is what we want to do, and obviously take our brand global. Well, from the incubation center's perspective, I would say that it becomes at times very challenging that you are getting multiple kind of applications from tech to non-tech, who to pick and who to let go. That is one challenge, which is increasingly would be becoming challenging. Then the thing is that those people you incubate to have their time commitment to making sure that really stay on. They commit in terms of time, in terms of the coaching they have been given. That is something which incubators change. And moreover, they have to deal with the pressure of getting funds, because in most of the startups who come to incubator, they think that they will be getting funding very instantly. So the incubators have to deal with a lot of such pressures. It's always to take action. So whatever you are thinking, it's better to step out, take a leap of faith, and start doing it. So as cliche it may sound, but the thing is that you have to develop an MVP. So, and that's very true. In our case, I think when we started off, coming from a corporate career, I have dealt with these categories, but still we wanted to test and trial the product at a minimum level to see that how the customers respond. So that is something you should do. When you're young, you can just take the risks. You just try out the product and see how it goes. Well, NICL has given us validation, and NICL has given that trust and confidence in ourselves that whatever we are doing, we can actually take it to next level. We can actually commercially make it a success, and we can actually take it post different geographies internationally too. So that is the confidence which has come after our time at NICL.